Hello, friends. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked in the mirror and quietly asked yourself, is it too late for me? Too late to start new career? Too late to write a book? Too late to become a speaker? Too late to start a business? Too late to follow a dream that has been living inside you for years? If you have ever felt this way, believe me, you are not alone. I have met many intelligent, hardworking professionals who slowly stopped believing in themselves, not because they lost their abilities, but because they believed they had missed their time. And that is exactly what I want to talk about today. Because I have discovered something beautiful over the years. Confidence does not disappear after 40. It simply needs to be rebuilt, one step at a time. Stay with me till the end because I will share the biggest lessons that completely changed the way I looked at the age, confidence, and personal growth. My dear friends, I am Dilip Patil. For more than 30 years, I have worked in the IT industry. During this journey, I have worked with customers across India, lead teams, handled challenging projects, solved problems, made mistakes, and learned lessons that no classroom could ever teach. But if someone had told me 20 years ago that one day I would become an author, publish more than 40 books, stand on stage and deliver speeches, start a new YouTube channel, and help aspiring authors write their own books, I honestly would not have believed them. Because back then, I saw myself only as an IT professional, nothing more. Life changed when I stopped asking, what if I fail? And started asking, what if I don't even try? That one question changed everything. And that is exactly why I created the Success and Growth channel. Not to give motivational speeches, but to share real experience, real struggles, real lessons that ordinary professionals like you and me can apply in everyday life. If that sounds valuable to you, consider subscribing. Now, let us begin. People often think confidence comes from success. I don't agree. I believe confidence comes from action. Let me explain. Lesson 1. Stop comparing your journey. One of the biggest confidence killer after 40 is comparison. Today, it has become easier than ever. Open LinkedIn, someone gets promoted. Open Instagram, someone launches a company. Open YouTube, someone reaches 1 million subscribers. After watching all this, it is easy to feel left behind. I experienced something similar when I decided to become an author. I remember looking at well-known authors who had already written dozens of books. Some were internationally recognized. Some were internationally recognized. Some had thousands of reviews. For a moment, I wondered, who am I write a book? But then I realized something important. If I kept comparing my chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 20, I would never even begin. So I made one simple decision. I would stop competing with others. and start competing with yesterday's version of myself. Instead of worrying about writing 40 books, I focused on writing one page, then another page, then one chapter. Eventually, that first manuscript became my first published book. Was it perfect? No. Did it change my life? Absolutely. Not because it became a bestseller, but it changed the way I saw myself. For the first time, I stopped saying, I wish I could become an author, and started saying, I am an author. Confidence begins the moment your identity changes. And identity changes through consistent action, not through wishing. While I was learning this lesson, I remember the inspiring story of someone whose success came much later in life. Colonel Sanders. Most people know Colonel Sanders because of KFC. But very few know what happened before that. He was already in his 60s. Most people around him were thinking about retirement. He was thinking about a new beginning. He believed his fried chicken recipe could become a business. So he traveled from restaurant to restaurant. He heard no again and again and again. Some stories say he faced hundreds of rejection before someone finally gave him a chance. Now imagine if he had said, I am too old. Imagine if he had decided, my best years are behind me. Millions of people around the world would never have known his story. His confidence did not come because the world believed him. His confidence came because he kept believing in himself. That is a lesson all of us can learn. Age is rarely the problem. Our beliefs are. That realization led me to another important lesson. One that completely changed my life after 40. Lesson number 2. Never stop learning. One mistake I have seen many professionals make is this. Once they get a stable job, learning slow down. Some even stop completely. They say, now I have enough experience. But experience without continuous learning slowly becomes outdated. I decided to do the opposite. Even after years in IT, I continued learning. I joined Toastmaster because I wanted to become a better speaker. The first few speeches made me nervous. I still remembered standing in front of the audience, wondering if I would forget my words. But every speech made me a little more confident. Not because the fear disappeared, but because I learned to speak despite the fear. Later, I started learning about self-publishing, book design, marketing, video creation, podcasting. Every new skills gave me a fresh confidence. That's when I understood something very powerful. Confidence grows when confidence grows when competence grows. The more you learn, the more you trust yourself. So far, we have talked about two important lessons. Stop comparing your journey and never stop learning. But the next lesson is the one that changed my life more than any other because it paused. It paused me to begin something I had never imagined doing. And that's exactly what I will share in next. The third lesson changed my life more than any other because it forced me to stop waiting and start doing. Lesson number 3, start before you feel ready. One thing I have learned over the years is this: confidence rarely comes before action. Most people think, first I will become confident and then I will start. Life works the other way around. You start first and confidence follow. When I decided to publish my first book, I did not know everything about publishing. I did not know how readers would respond. I did not know whether anyone would even buy it. There were many uncertainties. But I asked myself one simple question: if I don't start today, where will I be 1 year from now? That question pushed me into action. The same happened when I started my YouTube channel. The first videos were not perfect. The lighting was not perfect. My presentation was not perfect. Even my editing skills were very basic. But I reminded myself, the first video is not supposed to be perfect. It is supposed to exist. And today, every new video becomes another opportunity to improve. Confidence grows through repetition, not perfection. That's bring me to another lesson. One that many people completely ignore. Lesson number 4, celebrate small wins. Many professionals believe confidence comes only after achieving something big. A promotion, a successful business, a best-selling book. But real confidence grows from much smaller moments. I still remember the day my very first book was published. It was not on any bestseller list. There were no media interviews, no celebration. But I quietly looked at that book and smiled because I knew I had finished something I once believed was impossible. That one small victory changed my mindset. Then came the second book, the third, and over the years, those small victories become more than 40 published books. Never underestimate small wins. Every small achievement is a proof that you are moving forward. My dear friends, if you are watching this video and you are above 40, I want you to write just one sentence in the comment: my best years are ahead. Not because I want more comments, but because I want you to make that comment to yourself. And if this video is encouraging you, please like it, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who believes it too late to start again. Now, let us continue. Lesson number 5. Surrounded yourself with the people who help you grow. One of the best decisions I made was joining Toastmasters. When I walked into my first meeting, I was not the most confident speaker in the room. In fact, I was nervous. But something beautiful happened. Nobody laughed at mistake. People encouraged each other. Every speech received constructive feedback. Every meeting made me a little better. That experience taught me something important. Confidence grows faster in a positive environment. The people around you influence how you see yourself. If you spend time with people who constantly discourage you, your confidence slowly disappears. If you spend time with people who encourages learning and growth, your confidence begins to rise. Choose your environment carefully. And then I discovered perhaps the biggest secret of all. Lesson number 6. Stop chasing perfection. Perfection is one of the biggest enemies of confidence, because perfection keeps saying, "You are not ready yet." I have written more than 40 books, and I can honestly tell you, not one of them is perfect. Even every time I complete a book, I learn something new. If I had waited for perfection, the first book would never have been published. The same is true for videos. Every video teaches me something. Every speech teaches me something. Every challenge teaches me something. Progress creates confidence. Perfection delays it. Finally, there is one lesson that changed my thinking forever. Lesson number 7. Focus on contribution, not impression. Earlier in my career, I often wondered, what will people think about me? Will they like my presentation? Will they appreciate my work? Will they criticize me? Those questions created fear. Later, my focus changed. Instead of asking, what will people think? I started asking, how can I help someone today? That one change transformed everything. When I write a book, I think about the reader. When I record a video, I think about the viewers. When I speak, I think about the audience. Because confidence grows when your purpose becomes bigger than your fear. Serve people, help people, share your knowledge. Confidence will follow naturally. So, how do you build confidence after 40? Remember these 7 lessons. Stop comparing your journey. Never stop learning. Start before you feel ready. Celebrate small wins. Choose the right environment. Let go of perfection. Focus on contribution. These are not motivational ideas. These are lessons life has taught me. My dear friends, if someone had met me years ago and said, one day you will publish more than 40 books, you will speak confidently on stage, you will create YouTube videos, you will inspire people through your experience, I would probably have smiled and quietly said, I don't think that is possible. But life has taught me something beautiful. The biggest limitations are rarely outside us. They are inside our minds. Age does not decide your future. Your willingness to keep learning, keep trying, and keep growing does. Whether you are 40, 50, 60, or even beyond, remember this: your story is still being written. Don't let one number decide the rest of your life, because your next chapter may become your greatest chapter. If this video encouraged you, please like this video, subscribe to the Success and Growth channel, share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. And before you leave, write one sentence in the comment. My best years are ahead. Every time you read those words, you are reminding yourself the growth has no age limit. Thank you so much for watching. I am Dilip Patil, wishing you confidence, continuous learning, growth, and success until we meet again. Take care, keep growing, and remember, it is never too late to become the person you were meant to be. Thank you.